Why do I have to make things nasty? Why, Kevin, that's the point of this game. All models are not safe for work for a reason. You may notice I'm not in VR, specifically because Steam VR hates me. And I think it has to do with something with this being on my boot drive on Steam. Completely innocent conversation. It is never innocent with you, by the way. There's sick, evil undertones with everything you say. Sick, evil, nasty fucking undertones. But on like a cool brighter note, look at my Blue Jay Raptor I painted. Isn't he cool and pretty? Isn't it cool that it's like dinosaur and it's painted? I even think that the eyes are correct and they're on straight, which I didn't know how to make them symmetrical. So like sometimes it's hard to tell if I put the eyes on straight, and I think I did. I painted this raptor to look like my favorite little shit corvid. This game's kind of loud. Kevin, you said so much evil shit to me. That's still so loud. I'm actually gonna send you a cursed image I think I still have on my clipboard. There you go, there's your cursed image. Would have been cooler if it wasn't humanoid. That's like how a lot of things feel in this game. Honestly. But human rigs are like the easiest to work with. The armatures for the four-legged ones are confusing for me. Holy nightmare fuel. Are you impressed with Cat's 96 gigabytes of RAM? Minecraft funny moments. Which, like, I have this one, right? And everyone also knows I have this. Because I painted this. And yes, it says not safe for work, but my cock is in my body, thankfully. So I get to show off, like, the spoon I hand painted. If my camera didn't immediately go all the fuck away from me. I painted a spoon to look like my gay spoon. And it always has a slit right there for the cock to come out of. So he has to always have clothes on. But like, the tail came out so nice. I love how the tail came out. Just look, the markings carry over. So they look really nice and fluid. Look at my tail wiggle. A1 gig. No, I don't. First. Yeah, they're all humanoid, obviously. I have a spoon that's not humanoid, but it's in the favorites, and it's the Path of Titan Spinosaurus. There, Kevin, are you happy? See the other one go back. Okay. This is my shitpost dinosaur. It is rigged to do MMDs, by the way. So I do use that for a ship. It's huge. Uploaded. This is the first one. This is my Blue Jay Raptor that I just finished. And was one of the reasons why I didn't start on time, on top of the fact that I was having Steam VR issues. So I said fuck it, because I was already late. I am much happier, yes. This is my raptor. This still has that like weird artifacting thing around like the snoot and stuff. I don't quite know how to fix that in Substance Painter. I don't know if I would have to use my tablet for it, which I think I do. So this is my raptor with all the fluff on it. It just looks like a blue jay. It's nothing special. This is the humanoid Spinosaurus. That looks like the gay Spino. This is what I've been posting everywhere. And it's like, ooh, look. And look, it's not nearly as bad on the face anymore. I think I kind of fixed it. I used to kind of look like a clown. Now I don't. Also, a cool thing about this is I always have a skeleton on inside of me. So if I go to and toggle my transparency all the way up and go back to a camera, I'm now bones. And I think the bones is funny. It's supposed to have emission. Might be the world lighting. Or maybe emissions are disabled or something. Because it's supposed to glow pink, but... Yeah, I shown people a lot of him because he took 12 hours to paint. I think I was on Substance Painter from like 8 AM to fucking 8 PM painting this fucking thing. And I still wasn't finished painting that bitch. Because I still had to go back in and tweak a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna lower this. This place is loud, but I need the common fish from here. Holy shit, I nearly shot myself. Dude, this place is loud as wood chipper. Sounds like you gave him my PC. That'd be an insane fucking noise to hear. Sometimes I take my headphones off. Not really anymore, because the PSU I have now is much more quiet. But before, I used to hear just like weird, ominous noises from my computer. Now it's very quiet and peaceful. So I think the PSU was dying for like a really long time, and I just never really noticed. I've effectively beaten this fishing game. Like max stats on everything and anything. Oh yeah. I can't like fully show him because I'm not like in VR to grab him. Alright. But here's my chud son. Yeah, always wait till they die basically and then just upgrade it. I just put another 850 watt in. Looks more like you than you do. That's crazy. He's not even atomically correct. His horns point the wrong direction. But in VR you can grab him and throw him at things and he explodes and you can beat him. And I painted my chud son. He's my little guy. And he's tied to wherever I'm looking. He's my chud son. He also talks, and I haven't changed his speaking yet. But I was gonna make him say things in impact font, just like one words, so he communicates like he has a little bit of brain damage. Combo of people hating themselves. I just thought it'd be cool to paint it like me. I don't really have many things to paint stuff as. I have like 2 characters I use as the Spinosaurus and my entire brand. Now, my chud son will be used for a funny moment later, when we're all drunk in VR. But until then, I'm gonna be really bad at catching this redfish. Until then, he's just my, like... Oh, sweet. I finished that. Until then, he just kind of sits in my arsenal, and I put him like every model that I have, because he's just fun to play with. I unironically need more shit to paint. I need a reason to use the drawing tablet, because I end up doing everything with a fucking mouse and keyboard, whether I like it or not. It is a pretty good shitpost. But like, this entire Spino, like everything you see on it, I fucking painted it with a mouse. Because my drawing tablet came later. And I currently have my drawing tablet on, because I think it would be funny to draw stuff. But I need like a reason to use it, and I've been very into painting models. Yeah, I have it, but like, you need to give me like a design. Like, I need something to go off of. Because I'm not good at like creating designs from scratch. Me creating designs is really bad. Actually, that's a lie. My model, I created this technically. Technically, the Twink version, I had a really big say on how it came out. But it was already based off of something. I didn't, like, hand design it. If I start streaming soon? I don't think he's going to start streaming. I just kind of passively invite him to the gatherings and stuff. Because, like, everyone plays this game and just chills and talks. Suitably vulnerable looking model. Hate to break it to you, but the one at the top of your list doesn't have NSFW on it. You'd have to, like, strap the cock on yourself. It doesn't have it built in. No built-in cock on that one. Or hole. It's a lot easier when it's, like, built in and you don't have to do it yourself. Because I still don't know if my, one does... I don't know if the main, like, Raku model penis works or not, because I haven't tested it. It's hard to test something where it has to Velcro to someone else. It's like awkward. I respect people's boundaries too much. But yeah, if you want me to paint stuff for you, you have to kind of like give me a design. Or, you know, I can't really do much. Because I'm not designing that fucking thing in Substance Painter. Substance Painter is not really super fun to use. It's a means to an end. That software is. This is like your cock for virtual testing purposes. I mean, I've had it offered, I just never, like, took anyone up on the offer to see if it works. It probably does work, because I'm not stupid. I did put it at the base of it, I just... I don't know. You weigh your... The only point of whipping your dick out in VR chat is when everyone does it, and then we all put it away all at once. I'm gonna let my fucking music play, actually. Turn my fucking schmusic on. Granted, it'll all be J-pop. And it's in the middle of an Unraveled cover, but it's music and talking time. Because the game volume has to be lower, I'm gonna blow my own ears out. This place is so fucking loud. And there's no, like, good sound balancing in this game. Also, you know what the fuck I figured out? My audio settings were fucked up on everything. It wasn't just OBS. Every single thing that an audio setting was required for, it was fucked up and cursed. So I'm not even sure if the clips I got, have everything on the right track. I think they do, because it's just OBS. But, like, in Discord, my mic was set to the stream mix, which I'm surprised nobody, like, heard themselves. I normally have it set to chat mic. Lo and behold, if you have to replug everything on your fucking computer again, check your GoXLR setting. Was coming through stream. I was getting drowned out by the lava. I don't know how loud the lava is. Because it's loud for me, but now it's like quiet. It's very easy to change it. I'm literally just moving my GoXLR shit, so... Oh. Cool things that have happened recently that is, like, worth mentioning because it happened, like, yesterday or something. I get to design a collectible dinosaur in a little, like, Discord collectible dinosaur game. I get to design it for other people to collect and stuff. It's louder than me? How fucking quiet does it need to be then? I basically have the game volume damn near off. It is sick. I was either going to design it off of my old character, which at the same time felt like really egotistical, so I didn't like go off of that as like, hey, let's design it off of my character. I instead have chosen to base it off of Arc Aberration. And it's going to be a really cool bioluminescent Allosaurus based off of the blue biome, which fucking sucks to go into in Arc Aberration, but I think basing things off of Arc Aberration is cool. Damn, he had a baby megalodon. This. Watch me navigate everything. Catch 10 flame guppies. Measures taking over VTubers, then we're gonna be ego-driven designs. It's like completely separate from everything. Like it's just a little Discord thing I stumbled upon and I was like, ooh, yeah, this is cool. Whatever, but if I was gonna be like, hey, let's design an Allosaurus to look like my model, I kind of feel like if someone's like making a collectible game and there's one based off of me and I'm kind of like a little bit of a fucking nobody, it feels like chud behavior. And I'm not that big of a chud to do that, so I just went with my second option. But I could also throw it out there as like, let's make a space theme one where it just kind of looks like it. I would just fear it would make me kind of seem like a big fat fucking loser. Because I wouldn't want someone to be like, oh, we're designing it off of your character? Okay, I guess. It seems rude. Which, I haven't gotten a reply back about, like, my aberration design yet, but I fear that's just because, like, I didn't ping them or, like, reply to them in the thread thingy. Yeah. It's literally just a fucking little collectible game gimmick thing in Discord. So it kind of just like icked me thinking about it, so it was like, okay, let's design it off of like a dinosaur game, because then that would be cooler and more people would resonate with it instead of resonating with it just looking pretty. They'd be like, that's based off of something I like or I played before, so it makes it cooler. And that's inherently like better game design, because the last thing you'd want is someone to look at your design and just go, oh, that's cool. Which, like, they'll probably have to do the line art, because, like, me personally, drawing is not something I've done in a long time, and I have to get used to it again, especially with this fancy pants tablet thing. But I could do, like, colors and shit. I can paint stuff. I just can't, like, design anything. I'm not a very good designer. I'm very good at coloring, like an autistic child. I would have to improve my drawing skills significantly to stream it, or be like, post something on Twitter where it's like, give me your characters and I'll turn them into boy kissers, and I just like shit out boy kissers with the tablet. Because my current drawing skill, I'm not happy with anyone really seeing. It's the same thing where like I wouldn't show, like I really just don't show any art I'm not really proud of. Like if there's anything that bothered me about the spinal, you bet your ass I'd be on Substance Painter until I fix that shit. It's kind of the same thing with the Blue Jay Raptor, where like I kept having issues with getting the white and like light blue to look decent. So I spent so long doing that. And also, like, there's so many feathers and stuff, it's like so annoying to fucking paint. Like, it looks really pretty. It's the same thing where, like, because I'm on my computer, right, I could technically open Unity and stuff, I would just be afraid of my encoder overloading. Like, I don't know where the limit is on my encoder much. I just knew that source recording fucked it a lot. Whenever I would source record and switch scenes or do any form of a transition, it would just brick the fuck out of my computer. Now I don't know what I could get away with. Yeah, but I have a 3090, so like apparently like I could push it probably. I hate those fucking things. They're so ugly. My encoder hasn't had any problems since I took source record off. Which, to be fair, I haven't like fully recorded anything in a while, because it's very hard to like know what is passable for long form. Like, I wanted to do the Fierce to Fathom game as a long form, but my POV was just like objectively worse. I also like, I get scared, but my reactions are very contained. And that's not like fun to watch. I don't scream. It's a shame. Another 10 decibels. I did think about it with the I can't breathe monster that sits there and fucking screams at you. I did think about it with him, where when I walk out the door, I boost my volume up a lot and I lower his a little bit, but it needs to still be as loud to perfectly cut it off. However, a good reaction would have just been like a raw scream, but I instead like immediately flick to him and go like, what the fuck is going on? Well, like that ghost hunting game I played yesterday, that was a surprise pulled into adventure. It got to the point where stuff just like wasn't scary anymore. But maybe it's because like I always have J-pop on. I am addicted to listening to music no matter what I am doing, even if it's a horror game. These fucking carp, dude. Because I also think about the fact where it would be like, it would genuinely be fun and interesting to stream Destiny 2 raids and like teach people and like stream Sherpas and stuff, but you know, it's really hard to do. I was like reading your message, that's what popped up on like the side of my screen, because I had a little text there. I also agree, but the skill tree is, it's nice. I do think I prefer that game over Faz. I don't really find Faz scary as I do like more annoying. I think there's some aspects of the game that are scary. I think the time I was in the pitch fucking darkness and I turned on a glow stick and the mimic halfway through the wall was staring at me, that's peak horror. Because that was, I like was genuinely confused and concerned and didn't really know what to do about that. That's a great clip. That's true modern art. More games need that. It's just, I watch a lot of horror games because I fall asleep to them, or like I put them on and I lay back in my chair and I chill watching people play horror. So like I've seen it all and I know it all, which makes it really hard to play any of the single player games. Even though I bet shit like Outlast would still have me freaking the fuck out. And I know Subnautica freaks me out. I know specifically the Gargantuan Leviathan freaks me out. Despite the fact that everyone says it's just like comically large and stupid. Which it is comically large and stupid. It's the fact that it's just like that large in an abyss where you can only sometimes see its head. Which I do want to actually finish Subnautica, but I fear that game gives me like constant uncomfortable. Almost as if it's like a pervading darkness debuff. It's like there's no being comfortable whatsoever. The water just fucking sucks. I think I catch 10 of these fucking guppies, man. I do think though, in that game, if you're playing the person with wall hacks, you're significantly less scared of everything because you just see it. So it's kind of a knowledge diff. Because I would pull out the book as much as possible just to like see shit and know shit. You can see the mini ghosts. I went down the path to see the reses so that people could like be alive longer. I also, like, I'll always have a little bit of anxiety, but I always kind of play it up as I'm definitely not a bitch. So, I'm like faking it. I'm just faking that I'm not scared. Faz, the only like core memory I have of that game is way back when I was like in the old friend group, right? And we were playing Faz because that's what she liked to play. And we had one of those energetic loud people that got scared of everything, and he fucking screamed in my ear, and that freaked me the fuck out. That was one of the only experiences where I was scared in Phasmophobia. All the other times, it's just like, get the evidence. Oh, any ghost event, I immediately think the ghost is hunting because they made it like harder, and I never like learned the difference because the difference is very minuscule. I think the Faz is kind of now inherently cringe, unfortunately, for like group horror games. I did like Outlast Trials a lot. But I only played Outlast Trials when it came out. And it got to the point where I played it so much that I was just so good at looping and avoiding the enemies that I never really got scared anyway. Well, another thing, right? Nobody likes to play a video game where you're crippled. Like, one of the things I love in games is mobility. I normally will play anything that just makes me faster. I like to be fast. I don't like to be weak and fast. I like to be like moderately strong and fast. But Faz, you can't even like sprint for that long. Your walk is like a crawl. The obsession of making your movement speed slow as shit is miserable. And it doesn't make it scary, it just makes it like frustrating and slower. Like, I remember even having a sprint in that. You can absolutely sprint in Faz. That was the thing since release, I think. They never changed it. They just changed the speed of it. I think they made you slower at one point. You need a slide cancel. And Mansley. Unironically, there needs to be more video games in which you could do the equivalent of like skating in D2. I think that would be fun. Because skating in D2 is fun. I want to play games where I can hop around and do all types of gay shit like that. But they're so few and far between. Especially with AAA games being dog shit. And AAA games are only gonna get worse. Even some of the indie games that like look good, they use U5, and that inherently scares me off enough to where it's like, will I even be able to run this? And if it's like a friend slop thing or a horror slop thing or any other slop adjacent where there'd be other people, could I use this for content? Could I stream it? The answer would always be, yeah, I could stream it. Can I run the model though? Dude, did you see the Destiny 2 project that unvaulted all the old content and how big the file size of D2 is? With all the old content in it? It's like 256 gigabytes. That's how big the game would have been if they didn't like keep removing shit. And I would have preferred it if the game was just genuinely that big. That's half the size of Ark. Yeah, it's Project Sunrise. Apparently, there's inherent potential for it because someone could spawn Callus on the Leviathan. Exactly. I really do think it's just like shaders and lighting and shit. Like, it's all the graphical shit. I think it's just like the old slop like that. Because most of that stuff is still in the game, just inaccessible. Which, like, the idea of D2 having all of its content back and stuff, and it's like actually usable and playable, that's cool. I like that. I would like that for like one day before they get cease and desisted by Sony and then taken out back and shot. That's exactly what would happen. Because they want that game to stay fucking dead. Actually, I don't know if it was hope slop. Dare I fucking sling that word around? Sunrise was only up to arrivals. Would they not add them together? I mean, I don't know the specifics. I ain't gonna act like I looked heavily into this. I just saw it in passing. With people, one, saying it was cool. Two, saying how ugly the game has fucking gotten. And three, that some of the older stuff still works. Yeah. I would have kept that shit so under wraps, it's crazy. Sony wants to be a monopoly. Do you think they'd even let you look at their old contents of the games? Hell no. Absolutely the fuck not, dude. And, you know, I don't know if it's hope slop. I don't know if it's the, like, genuine, like, rumored doomer dog shit that comes out of the Destiny community. But apparently Destiny 3 is like not off the table or something. But as far as that means, it could have just been like Destiny 3 was written on a whiteboard in the Bungie office. Like, there's no way there's a team, or maybe it's outsourced to something fucking different. Yeah. Copyright laws, fucking cringe. specifically Western copyright law, which like Eastern it's a little different and wonky, and you're never gonna get anything that's ideal, but the fact that we can't like preserve games anymore, or you get copyright stricken or some bullshit like that, like God forbid you upload anything from Nintendo and like try to archive it. Like they just want the shit to just die. Where's my rod doing that? That's what I'd also be thinking. Like, do you think if they did make Destiny 3, would they use that shit ass doo-doo butt engine that like so fucking old and ancient hardly works? Or do you think they'd craft that shit in like U5? Because I think if Sony was to ever do anything with these IPs, they'd put it in U5. Or they'd make it like a PlayStation exclusive thing. That'd be their evil, sinister shit. That's what they'd be doing. That's all they even got. Marathon is also in it. And still uses most of the animations. Automatically assume the worst. Yeah, me too. Which, like, as much as I just inherently don't like Marathon because it's an extraction shooter, when I did watch, like, the crumb of gameplay from the person that I rated yesterday, it looked like a lot like Destiny. Just like ugly Destiny. Like, if I said to you, let's make the worst, most contrasting, ugly art style, and then put Destiny gunplay on it. That's exactly what Marathon looks like to me. And it sucks, because I bet you if that shit wasn't a fucking extraction shooter, it would probably go hard and I'd play it. Because I like the gunplay from Destiny. I like their engine's gunplay. It's good. But Marathon is also sub 2K players. Or like Arc Raiders. If I wanted to play an extraction shooter, it would be Arc Raiders. Which I don't even like extraction shooters anyway, as I started off the conversation saying. Because you can't listen to music or like do anything during them. You have to listen to the game. You have to hear everything around you and be aware. Like, I was doing that shit with dinosaur survival games, man. And they were, like, more fun to me. That's mini flame guppy. Do you have flame guppies? Well, what? Is this supposed to kill you? Well, that's new. That's no longer your kill box. I wonder when they added this. It's been a long time since I fell in the lava. You also seemingly can't drown in it. Peculiar. Anyway. Just check. 5 out of 10. It's a shame how far like gaming has fallen to the point where I don't think I booted an FPS in a while. Obviously, I played Destiny, but I played it so much, I think I beat what's left of it. Well, I would be down to run a Salvation's Edge or two and learn Desert Perpetual. But these both require people and probably a solid amount of time, unless I just try to min-max and do everything. But Salvation's Edge is actually a pretty decent raid. It probably just felt like shit because of the game states. Or like the timers. Well, now that I understand Verity, it's different. I opened my third ass and understand geometry. Some of the isopods have moved closer to that point. That's good. I know a lot of them probably have a bunch of content to do, because I bet they haven't, like, played as much as you and I have. Or, like, have the builds and stuff available that I have. I mean, like, I still sometimes get beaten out by damage, but the Witness is different. I think it was top damage even when I was farming him that one day for the someone bonum. I just had to also do hands on Celestial Nighthawk Prismatic, which didn't really feel great. You know, I guess I could stream myself solo flawlessing every single dungeon. Hands never feel good. I hate that encounter. I mean, the thing I don't like is when you start a hand and you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this one, but somebody already like saw you pop it. So they then just grab the residence and kill the hand, and then you're kind of shit out of luck because by the time they do that, you're already walking back with the residence, and you're like, okay, well then I need to run and like check every single hand and hope I insta kill them. I don't like the triangle hand. That one's a trolling piece of shit. That triangle can go fuck himself. He'd be putting that shit halfway across the map, putting it on ad clear. He puts it in the sky. I hate that one. I never really do triangle. If something requires triangle, I damn near fuck all and don't bother with it. But there was also what? This was back when it was going around Twitter, like it was brand new going around Twitter, that you could sit there with the Sentinel shield aspect that turns your grenade into a shield. Don't remember. Unbreakable, that's what it's called. That, and you do what the fuck, delayed explosion rockets into it, and you pop all his buttons all at once and you strip him. Literally everybody wanted to fucking cheese him. Nobody could do it the first try. You ever get into a lobby that's like, hey, we're doing it legit, just one phase DPS, people would leave because they just want to cheese it, but nobody knew how to do it. Nobody could do it consistently. When I'd rather just do the hands and kill him. It saves time. Just doing that's nowhere near as easy as doing the Insurrection Prime cheese of fucking diving him. Diving him was so easy, a fucking small child could do it. They see the easy way, but it takes more skill than knowing the encounter. The witness is the easiest encounter in that whole raid. I'd argue the hardest is Verity, just because nobody has, like, explained it in such a dumbed down way that I think is required for people. Because I vaguely understand the outside, but I would not be able to do it just by looking at it. I would need the calculator. But the inside, I understand to a fucking T. The hardest part of that whole raid is getting 5 other people to work together. Because it's a little hard to carry on movement. Even if you run Strand Eagerage. Yeah, I know you have to make them hold the key, and when you put the shapes in, it pulls from that one and puts into another one. I just want to know, looking at it, how to do the equation in my head. I know how outside works. I don't have it memorized the same way I do inside because I would always keep trying to get inside. The hardest part of any raid? Well, you see, that's where it depends, because in some raids, I can, like, do everything all at once if I really need to. Or, like, you just explain to someone and then you ask them, do you want to do mechanics? And if they say no, you just respect their decision to sit there and do whatever. Your first trade outside can be putting what the call out is. I could see that. I would just have to do it more. I've only ever cleared that raid like a couple times. It wasn't really anything I ran a bunch of. It wouldn't be like doing a last wish, which I basically know like the back of my fucking hand. I could fall asleep to. It's not hard, but... Or Ron, honestly. It's been a while since I've ran a Ron where I did everything. Which the only part of that raid is the connect the dots. It's been a while since I've connected the dots. I literally, right, when Root of Nightmares was in rotation, and people were doing Master Nezzy for the conditional finality catalyst, I joined one of the lobbies, and nobody said that we were doing fucking the safe haven, and I still speed ran, like, finishing my shit. I was done so far before darkness that Nezarek wiped and killed us all, and then it's like we have to do the safe haven, and it's like, well, fuck. I still got it. I still got that connect the dots swagger. Sitting there and shooting the dots. I'm at 8 flame guppies. That's what I'm saying, dude. They love my fucking ability to connect shit together. Actually, I think the only women I've ever played Destiny with, like, where I was like playing with them specifically, they were always T-girls. They were always bad people. So some things aren't meant to change. Destiny 2 is meant for the evil women. And the fathers. Sometimes my ass just be staring at my monitor being like, how the fuck did I get shit all the way over there? Yeah, like right there. People, women, neglect the fathers. Dude, forever gonna be a fucking key memory for me. I even said this in Isopods as well, where like when we were doing Warp Freeze. Oh my god. That guy, he might as well invented the best way to rage bait me of all time. Because I did a King's Fall in a group of people I did not know. And this guy, my name is Rakuzai, right? People look at it and they get a little intimidated, they get a little confused. They go like, I don't know how to say this. And it's read how it's pronounced. Literally straightforward, easy peasy. This guy would call me every single fucked up version of Rakuzai or Raku you could imagine. He couldn't get it right to the point where I just asked him to refer to me as R. But it was like progressive over the raid, and we didn't like get super far very quickly because he was taking his like girlfriend through it for the first time, which like fair enough, everyone's gotta learn. My problem comes when they have her read totems specifically, and by read she was mid, by the way. She was fucking mid. We put her on mid, and you would have to watch the cinder block slide from side to side because they were on controller low sense looking at each totem to call it. Oh my god, the nightmare scenario of people not like, how is your sense that low? I could never, not in a million fucking years. The Razukai, I've been called Razukai a lot. I don't even know how we got there, because one that just swaps the consonants in my name. I've been called Roku, because people just like misread it for the TV remote. Some people just love cranking their camera around. Herein lies the problem of cranking your camera around when it's absolutely a requirement for the squad for you to turn that camera quick. Not even that quick. It's just like, don't be slow with raid mechanics. A little bit of urgency never killed nobody. Making King's Fall not like 4-hour endeavor is also pretty cool. Which, if I were to be honest, I do have a lot of like nightmare scenarios and random raid LFGs where it was mainly just people being like really stupid. Like the litmus test to see if someone's even a sentient human being should be watching if they can understand Destiny 2 raid mechanics, because it's either plates or gambit and they cannot fathom either of these concepts. There was, oh my god, the first Pantheon planets, putting someone on ad clear who would constantly run behind the boss and die, and then argue with me that they weren't out of position. That pissed me off so much. Because playing this is a damage check and you need to like, don't. And then place or move thing to other place. Come on, exactly. That's why I would love to teach people raids and stuff. I think I explain things perfectly for the average person. Probably because I had to learn this skill for statistics classes, because they made you write stuff for the average person to understand. So you had to dumb everything down. Because most people can't look at a scientific study and get a lot out of it. That's what you're there for. You have to translate for the common man. It's hard to groom people into Destiny. It's hard. It's hard to do that. There's not many people I knew that even fucking remotely played Destiny. And the one person I did groom into it, well, now they're never gonna play it because now they don't know what to do. I know it's the best time too. Literally, the game's in the best state it's ever been. Fun and great. I put 3K hours into this piece of shit. The raids are phenomenal. But I don't really have that many people to groom. Which is a good clip out of context, but I wouldn't really have a lot of people. I don't like know enough people to start slinging and like soft launching, hey, you should play Destiny 2 with me. There is someone I played Lethal Company with. I see them on Destiny 2, but I would have to bridge the gap to be like, hey, let's play some Destiny 2, you know? I was in a group of VTubers at one point that played D2, but they played D2 during like Renegades, actual fucking Renegades launch, and that shit felt like ass. By far gotta be worst game state. That and fucking Edge of Fate. Edge of Fate had to be one of the worst game states ever in the history of that game. Considering Destiny 2, when people get hooked on it, it's like crack. Right? Now, imagine if you just like lace your crack with putrid dog shit, and then people like no longer really want to do your crack. That's like the level of shit you gotta be doing, the level of evil for me not to play Destiny 2. And that's how it was like the year before it fucking died. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, I had that. Ah, it's too dark in my room. Hold on. Which is crazy because like the sun's still up, by the way, and still shining in my room, but my webcam's losing tracking. Yeah, I know they were like doing Last Wish or something. Which, like, by the way, would have been really cool to stream Last Wish. There's that Spice person that I play with a few times. They launch it The Karma person I've known on and off, they've launched Destiny 2. I just wouldn't quite know how to bridge that gap. I feel a little bit like a chud finding those DMs being like, hey, Destiny. Destiny, am I right? Destiny. Let's talk D2. Nobody wants to talk that. Seriously. Oh yeah, I still need to do that. Did you ever figure out what was killing you? Cause like we still need to do that. I still need my 11. I just haven't like bothered to do it. I wouldn't really even know what to run. God tempts me with Winter Bite. They fixed the bug? We gotta run it then. Come on now, we gotta. I don't doubt that I could solo it, I just don't want to bother. You know, I soloed fucking... What was it? It was one of the Grandmaster ones, or the ones before Ultimate. The mission for Baro Diab. I soloed that. That sucked. I don't really feel like doing that again. So, like, if I could just even have one more person do stuff with me, I probably would be cool. Especially, to realize, oh, yeah. And it did not feel good. I actually ran out of time right before the boss fight, and I had to do the boss fight with no time. I was also on Solar, specifically. I was on Solar Hunter. I was on, I think, my crack shot build when I did it. I think I was cracking everyone. Oh yeah, like I had to play it. I mean, I had to do the whole boss fight like that. I was playing like such a fucking pussy bitch, man. That and the fact you couldn't stand still because I had that you can't stand still modifier. Actually just cruel and unusual punishment. Which, like, the super hard shit in the game is fun. I would say the other Ultimate Conquest was fun. However, I had to run Prismatic Nighthawk and kind of like a bitch, but I don't know. It kind of makes me want to like do more D2 stuff. I could still solo flawless every dungeon, which like I really would not look forward to doing Vespers. Vespers is a really big hit or miss for me. I don't think it felt bad. And yeah, the LARPer sword build was a crutch, but like it's literally Stronghold Titan. Like, ain't nothing really been able to beat that. What the fuck do you need from Sundra Doctrine? What could you possibly need from that dungeon? Other than the sick hand cannon called Unloved because it's funny. And we love a good unloved. Oh, the chest piece. It only drops off the final boss? That's kind of tedious. I mean, I could probably kill him a few times. I also have yet to solo it. Soloing it kind of scares me because of the fucking walls that kill you. But you have to just shoot your nose up. You know what? When I get my 10 flame guppies, just because we keep fucking talking about it, I need 3 more. My pet have any? More of wolf, you didn't get it. Get what? Get what? I'm lost. Every time I try to solo something, I try to do it flawless. Just like off rip. Oh no, I've had goal. Yeah, no, I've had that. You remember that day there was an armed standoff? Like a couple houses down? I got it like that day. Because I was solo flossing a bunch of dungeons, right? And it got to the point where I was like, huh. Haven't heard a lot of noise in my house recently. I wonder where my parents are. And I go outside and like everyone's on our porch. And there's like cops in the yard and there's snipers in the trees. So that I do remember all the solo titles I have just because it was that day and it was really funny. Wait, hold the fuck up. So like maybe like a year or 2 ago, I couldn't tell you, it all blends together, my memory sucks. I was sitting here ignorant as all can be, playing the hit game Destiny 2 and soloing a bunch of dungeons. That part's not important. That's just to say that's what I spent my day doing because I didn't work that day. And I'd be sitting here thinking, hey, like, I'm not really hearing my parents move. Like, the house is not alive. Where did they go? And I kind of walk out on the porch. My parents are sitting up there. Everyone from the entire place that I live is, like, on our porch, in our yard. There's cops in my yard. There's snipers in the trees out back. There's snipers all around. Some in urban camo and some just, like, straight up looking like bushes. And they're all looking at this one house because the guy that was supposedly wanted in there was an illegal firearms trafficker. So this place was like held at gunpoint while they were like trying to bulldoze it to get him out. Lo and behold, he was never in the home. He was up on the hill watching everything happen. He was still loose in the area. I wasn't ever allowed to like leave or do anything or go anywhere. So oh yeah, I did have to work that day, that's right, because I remember being like, hey, can I go to work? And the cops are like, you can't leave. You can't leave. No one in, no one out. and he eventually got caught in a barn up the road a little bit. A canine sniffing him out, and he was armed with a gun, so he could have killed people, but I just remember that solely because that was the day I was solo following dungeons. That's sick as fuck. It is pretty sick as fuck. I like the fact where I'm just so blissfully unaware of everything. Like, my parents never even told me, hey, there's like an armed standoff happening outside. They're just like, you know what? We're gonna sit here and watch. And only about like at 2 p.m. or something, I come out and it's just like, oh, okay. I see it. That was by far like one of the only interesting things that has happened, other than like when I was a little kid, back when I lived in the apartment building, the convenience store across the street that we lived on was getting robbed. And apparently there was like a lookout guy in our yard. And that's like the closest I've ever been to like some freak. Which like, that convenience store, by the way, robbed like twice. I lived in arguably like a really good neighborhood. That convenience store is just mad unlucky. Oh, the shootout thing, the yard is where I currently live, the yard is huge. We have like a massive yard because we live on like a fucking big old hill. And everyone was in our yard because everyone had to be evacuated. Yeah, everyone had to be like evacuated from their homes because what if the guy starts shooting, you could die. So they put them in like our yard. Our place was like the safe place, so we just housed like everyone, where like they just sat on our porch or sat in our yard. Yeah, there's just like a guy laying in like from the apartment door when I was a kid. He would have been laying like a little off to the right, down by where you would walk to go to the car. So he was like by the curb down there, so he was like a little ways away, but he was still like close. I don't know if he was just there for like seeing if when the cops come or something. I don't really know. I was just told in passing that there was someone there. Which, like, there was always apparently a bunch of, like, petty crime where I lived. Like, we had a big donkey statue stolen by a bunch of people. And, like, someone stole a bike from us before. May of 2024, where there you go. Where I was alive, vlogging it. Yeah, because it was when I was employed at the nursing home still in the kitchen. I remember that because my boss, the cunt that he is, not to understate that for a second, his like family or something also apparently lived really close to me, so he asked me where they were at, and I was like, oh, in my yard. Bro's family is in my yard. I have a police standoff going on. Oh yeah, solo flawless fire the watchers when police stand up. Yeah. There's the snipers. I've had a lot of, like, interesting interactions with, like, people or just, like, stuff happening nearby. Because, like, I've had the cops called on me for looking at someone funny. That was something that happened. This was all, like, apartment building stuff. The only interesting thing since I came up here was that shootout, but down at the apartment building, that was when I had the cops called on me for looking at someone funny. That's when I told someone to just straight fuck off because they kept letting their toddler, like, play outside the bedroom windows of where we lived, and it would make a bunch of noise, and my mother worked nights. So I went out there and was like, can you take your fucking kid away? Like, you don't even live here. Like, that guy doesn't even live here. He bought a house. He has a house with a whole ass yard in it, and he just, like, came up on our porch to let his toddler run. That was the thing that happened. When I lived in my little closet room, you know, the door was thin to my left, and I would hear domestic abuse happen, like, all the time, because the people that lived next to me, their grandmother died, and they gave them, like, an inheritance, a disgusting amount of inheritance, and they blew it all on parties and drugs, and they'd fight each other, which I guess was, like, her boyfriend or something. I don't know. He didn't look like all there in the head. He very empty. That man was. There was that time I babysat that, like, 8-year-old, and it almost cemented in me how much I hate children and how they behave. Which is not that kid's fault because their mother just sucks, but that was the time I left the stove on the whole day and I never turned it off, so it would have been really funny if I broke their stove or burned down their apartment. Which was just a whoops on my part. But their child was such a fucking nasty little brat bitch. I would just throw her clothes on the floor, would take her shoes off and just, like, leave them in the middle of the floor, wouldn't put them where, like, you put your shoes at, like, the shoe designated area. If they wanted something, they would just get it. This would also involve them just, like, climbing on kitchen cabinets. They always wanted to, like, go outside or do something like that. But, like, once you take them outside, they don't even really want to play. I tried to relate to them by, like, understanding what media they watch, and they almost, like, told me to go fuck myself. So, like, also, big, massive, gargantuan, bold also. She had a closet full of unopened brand new toys. Like, I'm an only child, right? I was not even close to that level of, like, spoiled asshole where I just had shit like that laying around. Yeah, they're manipulative. I also hate that. Because the parents inherently don't think they're manipulative. But, like, your child can absolutely manipulate you. They learn how to do that. Especially if you let them do that. Which, this one I wouldn't necessarily say that she was manipulative. I just think, like, they were an asshole. Because they're being raised by a single mother. is an irresponsible asshole. Like, it's literally just trickle down asshole. That's what we're getting. Yeah, spoiled rotten. I think what pissed me off the most wasn't even that child. It, like, I was only 13 and 14 at the time, right? So, I was 13, 14. This me, who was a giant pushover baby bitch when it came to anything in person. Now, mind you, I was doing this shit from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. A 6 to 5er. I had to, like, watch almost 12 hours. And what this bitch would do is she would not come back on time. Her mother would stay out until, like, the sun was fully down and come back super, super late. And I didn't even get paid on the spot for it either. I had to wait to get my money, and it wasn't nearly enough money. And I really wish we would have just straight up told her, hey, no babysitting whatsoever, good luck, because that's what she deserved. I only got 20 bucks for that, and I basically had to do forced overtime. That should have been a crisp 100, in my humble opinion. She then later gave us bed bugs. So, there's very few people I would want to smash with a hammer in this world, but she's up there. Really high up there. Hate that bitch. Might be one of the few things in this God-given world that I don't miss about apartment buildings is everyone in each other's ass about fucking everything and just being an asshole. There's arguably a lot of people I also would smash with a hammer, but like if I had to narrow it down to personal experiences in my life, I got maybe like 3 right now that I could smash with a hammer and I'd like, it would fix me. Like people say getting like a hot goth bad bitch would fix them. Letting me do irreparable violence to people would fix them. Wonder how I look at a mugshot. Sometimes I think that way too. However, I can't ruin my life over some chud. This is the mantra I be preaching. Live on Twitch TV. I just don't think people understand, like, what you'd have to do to me to the point where I'd rather smash you with a hammer than, like, ever talk to you ever again. It gets to the point where I just want to, like... The only way things could be solved between us is if I get to hit you with a hammer. And honestly, to some extent, like, that'd be the best form of an apology. Because I'd swing that fucking hammer real hard. Let me tell you, I'd break a rib or two. But if they said, hey, you can't do the ribs, I'm going straight for the femur. Just to break your femur, that gotta fucking hurt. Normally, I don't have people try to pull shit on me. Normally, they just come to be assholes, like just the worst people you've ever met. Like, it just turns out, hey, this person is actually awful. People don't normally do stuff to me unless it's just treating me like shit. In which I always, in return, get them back. I never had anyone try to pull a fast one or get into anything of mine or get my personal information to like find out more about me. I never had anyone malicious pull a fast one. It's mainly because I kind of come with the reputation in a way where like, hey, if you do shit and like we aren't on good terms, bad stuff will happen to you. Because I don't take the high road. I ain't never been one to take the high road. I think the high road is there for you to like cope and for bad people to still be bad people, and I think the only way to get someone to change their ways is to ruin something of theirs. It's almost like you have to directly punish them and be the consequences of their actions for them to learn anything. But that's my philosophy behind it. Which means that I live in spite. I've been living in spite. That doesn't even have to be in specific people. I exist to spite. I need one more of these fucking fine guppies. How the fuck is he catching baby megalodons in here? Dude, I be chewing gum and doing everything imaginable. I just must not drink enough water. Because my throat always be feeling dry like fucking sandpaper. Which I also get I'm talking a lot, but like, fuck, man. I just feel like I need to slurp and swallow all water all at once. Some salt and electrolytes to hold it in. I mean, I should have gotten my electrolytes earlier from like the food I've consumed. I don't... Fuck. You know what? Oh my god, you know what? I'm such a dumb bitch. I should have bought a fucking sports drink because I was gonna... Oh, I say I was gonna get drunk tonight. I'm still gonna pour a soju and mix a soju and drink it. I will be getting drunk. But I should have got a fucking sports drink for the hangover. Because the way I've solved hangovers was just drinking water and licking the salt off crackers. Like I'm some fucking weird crackhead outside a gas station. But God, did you remind me I should have done better? Should have remembered. I just like never think about it because I don't really like the taste of sports drink. They're always too salty. Pity tasting. Honestly, thinking about it in regards to weird chemical drinks, right? I could go for a Red Bull smoothie right about now, which would have absolutely fucked me up 6 different ways. Considering I want to get drunk tonight. Maybe kind of putting the salty foods in water. I mean, yeah. I do like know how to fix it, and like, yeah, I lick the salt off crackers and drink water, and I sleep until the toxin is fully out of my system. But I feel like if I diluted the water with a little bit of sports drink, it would have been like min-maxing, basically. Min-maxing the hangover cure. We want to get the electrolytes in 5 minutes. True. Or it's just like a good thing if you're vomiting, which I always vomit when I drink, so. I have a guaranteed 1 vomit that I do. No matter what I do, by the way. I've even like babied and pampered myself like a little toddler when I'm drunk. And like I'll sit there and eat crackers and drink water and I'll still wake up and throw up in the trash can. I think my stomach just does that to me. I don't really think I'm built for drinking, and that's why I do it rarely, because I also don't like it that much. Saline bag in your pantry and place an IV on yourself when you need to hydrate. I could do an intramuscular injection on myself if you give me enough time. I do not think I could run an IV on myself. I think, unfortunately, since I'm subjected to needles for the rest of my life, I have a fear of using them on myself. Can you even buy a, well, I assume you have your RN or something, so you can just buy whatever you want, really. It depends what storefront, but I can't imagine it's a lot because it's normally just marked up in healthcare. It cannot cost a lot to produce that. To pull draw myself really aligned, I could admin stuff in, would be a little bit more effort. I would just see it being way more effort just because of getting the fucking needle in you consistently in a good spot. At least for me, my veins suck. They suck for someone that's not a phlebotomist, that's actually like spent a considerable amount of time getting shit in your veins. Because nurses stab the fuck out of me. Every registered nurse I've ever had run a line on me is really bad at it, and they stabbed me like 6 times in my arm, to the point where they'll take lines on like the top of my hand and my wrist, and I hate those so much. Your heart is a muscle, and you have to work it out, drink 3 monsters, and go run a mile. My favorite part about that is I think 3 monsters would actually flat kill me, and it wouldn't just be like the usual haha your heart rate's elevated. funny moment. If I actually had that much caffeine, I think I would die because my heart already beats fuck you. Which also, I really hate the fucking taste of Monsters now that I really think about it. The White Claw Monsters more specifically, because I don't like my caffeine tasting like chemical cotton candy. Which, now that I do be thinking about it, I do be connecting the brain and like connecting my thoughts together and forming a line. I do spike all my water with caffeine damn near. I'm not currently spiking it with caffeine. But I think I have to do the math, because I don't know, like I use these Mio things. They flavor my water and they make them taste good and fruity. I don't particularly know how much one squirt is of caffeine. Used within 1 month of opening. I experienced many flavors. Some of them are really bad. My extreme sweet tooth makes me enjoy the white monsters. I like sweets. Admittedly, I think the longer I'm on testosterone, the more I kind of favor the idea of eating a whole chicken than eating a slice of cake. Like, it's slowly getting to the point where if I'm hungry and I'm craving something and I'm like, I want to eat and I want to eat now, what I'm thinking in my head is a fucking rotisserie chicken would be so good right now. It's gotten to the point where, like, before I had such a sweet tooth where, like, I was drinking energy drinks, I liked Red Bull smoothies, I liked eating cakes and, like, all those sweet stuff. And while I do like me a mean cheesecake, some of that shit's still a little too rich for me. And I now just want to eat protein. Get an air fryer and, like, some fried chicken tenders or some shit. I was thinking about just, like, buying a pack of chicken to keep in the fridge for myself. So, like, if I'm up late at night, I'm just like, I'm gonna make me a chicken quesadilla or something. I just go to fucking town on the chicken breast. And I also think to myself, well, what if I get bored of chicken and then I don't eat all the fucking chicken as fast as I want to? So I kind of land on, like, tofu, but, like, I can never find actually good tofu at a fucking grocery store where I live. $43 for a bag of NS. I used to hitting the lines with 20 gauge. That's not bad. That's actually crazy how marked up it is in a fucking hospital. This meat, you gotta eat it within a week regardless. Yeah, especially if you're just gonna keep it refrigerated and freeze it. Which reminds me, I do have squib in the freezer that I kind of want to thaw and make. But it's always one of those, I have to plan that like a couple days ahead. I know if I'm drinking tonight, then I can't thaw the squib because tomorrow I'm gonna be sick, and the day after that I'm at work. Good for need. Wait, it's just full honor code? For a full IV line? They don't even need to check a license? Oh, there's a piece of fucking gum wrappers on the floor. The websites they do check not all of them though. Yeah, cause like I look on medical supplies websites, and I should get my RN to have that. I want to buy medical supplies. Legally preferred. You need a license to buy strep throat test kits. What is in them that requires the license thing? Is there a controlled substance? Like what? Why are they requiring to check a license for that? Hmm. It does remind me of like a miscellaneous statement of I used to steal COVID tests from my last job, and I just store them underneath the counter. I also would not take the COVID test every day when the facility was full of COVID because I didn't like shoving the thing up my nose. But I always wore a face mask regardless, so wouldn't really know the point of me constantly fucking doing it. Never caught COVID anyway, at least not that I know. My understanding, I always get sick with some weird alt fucking virus that's like sinister and evil. It's just cool as fuck. They should shove more stuff up there. Do you have like deviated septums, or is your fucking nose holes all fucked up and weird? Because I know one of mine is. So it's very hit or miss if my nose is open, which it currently is open. But when my nose is closed, I can fucking feel it because I feel like I sound way higher pitched than I really should. I also highly recommend, despite this like not doing anything other than just relieving the sensation of your nose closed, dude, I could huff the fuck out of some Vicks, man. Oh my god, I love the smell of Vicks so much. I'm such a little freak. Hate the slimy feeling, love the smell of it. I could sit there and just fucking sniff that thing. Stick as heaven. Oh my god, I'm not even sure if I could do that. Cause I've been talking for so much in my deep voice. My like normal person voice. I'm literally only squeaking when I try to do that, I hope you know. Oh, pause it. Okay, biohazard. That would make sense. Well, now I have this talk in a higher pitch of my voice, so I could do the girl voice. You know, Stuart, it's kind of like that shit post that you sent me where it's like you sound like Meatwad and you go from there, and I can only get to Meatwad. It's the devious tip though, I don't think. I think I do. I know I do, because the right one is fucking smaller than the left one. And it's closed. Fuck, God. I'm gonna have to do the girl voice when I haven't been talking for 2 hours, because I can't go high enough to fucking do it. It's literally, it just sounds like I'm 16. And my voice is cracking. I can't even do an ooh-woo. That's how bad it is. You're only supposed to actually have one open at a time. Is the other one supposed to always feel full though? I thought you were supposed to be able to breathe out of both of them. I mean, the next stream I do, which will be on Tuesday, I will open it in the girl voice because I won't be talking for as long period. So I will start off talking like a girl. But it's hard to do when I've been talking for so long in a deep voice. I don't know why yet. Because I have to talk like really high and get really high and talk really gay and go from there. Like it literally just sounds really cracky and bad. I'm just muting myself because, you know, I myself am not happy with how it sounds. I'm at 9 out of 10. I don't sound anything like that when I do the girl voice now. When I do the girl voice now, it's very like boo-boo cutesy. And I can only hold it for a couple minutes. But currently when I'm doing it, I'm just like squeaking. Yeah, because I don't have enough like practice. Like, I don't voice train to sound like that very often because I don't do it outside of ooh-wooing and oh-woing. Because, right, I have on my Go Accelara the ooh-woos and the oh-woos and shit. A woman that genuinely sounds like that. I have unironically met one that has a voice like that and it would give me headaches. But there's a certain thing with my voice where when it does get high enough and like soft enough for me to do that, it either sounds like that or it sounds like this. There's no in between because the in between is me trying to talk and no noise comes out. I haven't spent enough time voice training to sound like a girl and talking like a girl because for me to talk, I don't in particular have a reason to do it because when I do it in front of my friends, they go like, what the fuck? They don't really, you know, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick I can only do if I haven't been talking for 2 hours straight. Because it's literally just a yap stream before everyone gets on VR and gets drunk. And I can do it really consistently and my room alone, the minute I try to do it in front of people, I like crack. So I don't know why that is. It's not like I'm nervous or anything. I guess I have the expectation of like delivering it the way I like it to be delivered. Overflowing speak hours. I do. I do because of the model as well, and I want to be able to fulfill the girl voice when it's like redeemed exactly instead of being like, add that to the list. I hate hearing anyone trying to sound like an e-girl or e-boy. I agree. I agree even more so for e-boys because as soon as I hear the e-boy tone, dude, it's like instant rage bait. 1.4 metric. It might have been. I still need one more guppy. Which I could have lowered my luck more, but I also need money. For what? The galleon, I guess, but... I suppose when I do shift at midnight, I'm gonna start my stream as a girl until my voice fucking cracks and gives up, which might be a solid 3 minutes, honestly. Every time Mizuki plays Valorant, there's always at least one that do it and I can't tolerate it. I don't even know how you could tolerate Valorant, let alone the people that play that game. I hate the stereotype e-girls. I hate the behavior of them so much. Because I met a few. Don't fuck with them at all. Where it's just like uwu behavior and lying. It's actually just like the meme of all trifling hoes lie. It did give us yaoi jump scare. Yaoi jump scare was pure art. I only played Valorant for a girl, and that was it. I never did it for any other reason. Eat hot chip, they do that. They eat hot chip and lie, and they gaslight and gatekeep, and they're so girl boss for it. I'll be out here yawning, bitch. It's only 9 p.m. Maybe I like use my voice too much or something. I never really felt like that when I would stream for 8 hours, but maybe I wouldn't talk too much. How fucking tall are you? Are these fish that weigh 300 plus kilograms or the size of a finger? I think I'm 1.9 meters on this model. I'm taller than my IRL height for the spoon. He's just set to that. He's not set to my IRL height. I'm 1.84. This is... Okay, 1.91 is what this avatar defaults to. So I'm whatever that is in freedom units. What's up, killer? It's a metric tons. Fuck. Need some honey and see it. I might. I think I'd be using my voice too much, or maybe doing a performance voice and I don't even realize it. Fishing is good. It's mainly just talking. This is just something for me to do while I just fucking talk. I don't think I've shut up for 2 hours straight. Like 6'2" or 6'4". Is it? Cause I thought 1.7 was 5'8". 1.76? Is that not 5'8"? I guess it doesn't like... Oh, the conversion's probably a fucking decimal, isn't it? It's been so long since I've converted between the two. I just do everything in metric to begin with. Is it touch over 6'3"? 2.54 cm equals 1 inch. That's 8. Touch in... That's actually... It could be worse. It could be worse. But it could also just have been 2.5 flat if we were cool. And we liked not making everything awful. Because what? This is what this model defaults to. But if I go to this one, which is the male raccoon one, this one should be set to 1.64. Okay, 1.64 is what this one defaults to. Which I think might be closer to my actual height. Whoops, that's just completely the wrong fucking button. But now I feel considerably shorter. I feel short enough to where now I get the meme of 5'11" versus 6 foot. I think that would be like 5'4". Oh my god, this one. Wait, hold on. Now you got me cracking open the big Google. Alright. Okay, so my real life height is... like, right there. This is how tall I am in real life. I rounded up. 5'4", you're my mom's height? Oh, good heavens. 5'8". Well, yeah, that's my real life height is 5'8". I'm tall for what I am. I think I'm the most normal mediocre height, actually. The non-problematic height. I used to want to be 6 foot, and then I kind of realized that, like, I had to hit my head on everything. I just have more breathing. And cm equals 4 inches. That makes it, like, a lot easier to estimate it. Honestly, my mental math is just dog shit. I ain't never really been good at mental math because if I'm, like, I can put together what I need done in my head, but I can't do it unless I just write it down or I have something run it and I can keep track of the numbers. Because I've had times where I've done mental math and I've swapped without converting my unit and I kind of look like a big fucking forehead. I did that when I was calculating the 19 days thing. I kept swapping my fucking unit without doing it correctly. Yeah, being 6 foot is so awesome. I love hitting my head on the corner of cabinet doors and being able to reach things on top of the fridge. See, I would just want to be tall for, like, the aspect of it, but then I, like, look at the world around me and I realize how inconvenient that would be because I'm tall enough to reach shit in high places, just enough to where it's like, yeah, cool, this is fun, but I don't slam my head into everything. Which I don't need to slam my head into stuff anymore. Because I've hit it hard enough to where there's just like bumps on my scalp. So I've got enough brain damage. And let me tell you, a lot of those are from getting out of cars. What the look at my head in the shit. Tall people problems. Made in a fucking 5-6 worlds you people are. Everything's for little clown people. I'd argue the world is designed for shorter people than that, solely because I've gone into bathrooms and I have to bend over to like wash my hands, and like the toilet's on the fucking floor. Like everything's made for short people. To the point where I feel exceedingly tall, despite me being very slightly above average height. All the heights and the legs too. You just have long lanky legs, long lanky limbs. I've 3 climbing on the toilets like you're climbing a mountain, dude. I'd be going into male bathrooms. Hold your shock and horror. And everything's so fucking short, it's like made for really short people. And it bothers me so fucking much. I hate bending over to wash my hands. I hate when the sinks are shallow. And like when you try to wash your hands, you bump into the side of the sink. Because then I feel gross and icky. And I have to like wash my hands all over again. Everything's made for people with babier hands than mine, and also shorter than me. Okay. But like... It's like, okay, maybe because I was also a child. However, females develop faster than males, so I'm pretty sure I reached my peak height like very quickly. The toilets in the bathrooms of like schools and shit when I was in basically middle school and stuff, they still felt like more normal sized than the ones that I see nowadays. When, for example, when I was in like the Lancaster courthouse, that was one where like they were on the fucking floor. It was like the piss pit. I think the thought process they went with is that it's better for bigger people to come than shorter people feeling like toddlers. So it is always short. The seats are always short. The urinals are usually okay. I mean, obviously they should put the urinal lower. However, I don't think I can use a urinal. So I'm stuck with the fucking toilets that are basically holes in the goddamn ground. So it's actually a skill issue on my part. And I should have just like thought about that at character creation. Yeah. Which, like, the average height for people is still, like, femmes it's 5'2", and men it's, like, I want to say 5'6", but it might even be 5'4". But, like, how would the toilets not feel, like, as short to them? I mean, I guess, like, the world's inconvenient for me. Real issue, get a second point in your shit. I simply would not have the ego required to even attempt a urinal whatsoever. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it, but like male restrooms are fucking nasty. I mean, fuck, we can Google it right now. We can start pulling up the fucking Google statistics. If people ever did a study on this. Okay, average height by state. Why did we do... Okay, the apparent average height in general blanket is 5'8" in PA. But you could probably give or take 2, and then that would be the sexes. We're at the average is 5'10". Fuck, I'm below average. I'm pretty sure I'm above average for femmes though. Because femmes are what? 5'4"? Like they're short. Even thinking about women. They're not included in my statistics. The reason, not real. You're right, Kevin. I haven't seen a woman in a long time. How could I know for certain that they're real? Yeah. I can't be using femme numbers. I gotta use the male ones now. That's right. Even though I didn't have the funny hormone back when my growth plates were still a thing. Are you counting Asians or just the women? There's no way the average penis size is 3 inches. I thought it was 5.6. Maybe that's global. What's the average cock size in the US? .5 or something? I thought it was 5.6. Like generally speaking. But I think the national average is closer to 6. There is no source. I made it up. You're spreading misinformation online? Kevin, how could you? Here I thought we were science-fearing men who enjoyed science oh so much. We would never make up statistics, now would we? We'd never do that. See, but if they do a dick size survey, are they measuring dick or are they just letting people say, hey, my cock is this size? And are they weeding out the outliers? Only broad I'm interested in is misinformation. God, it's so peace and quiet when the music isn't playing for a hot second. Let's go like all the way up in the playlist. I don't shuffle this bitch. We just be listening in chronological order. All the time, over and over, we be listening in that chronological order. I have it more organized on my phone, honestly. Mainly because of how the music I listen to is... I want to use the word rendered, but that's not, like, correct. It's, like, mixed. Where it's mainly mixed with both ears, but, like, I listen with one earbud in, so it can make the music sound like shit sometimes. Weird niche bullshit rant. The Japanese mix their music weird. Did you know that? Did you know what the Japanese are up to? Brief snippets of Japanese activity. I know way too much about Japanese activity because I think algorithms flag that I can read it. So they put me on like the Japanese side of Twitter and stuff sometimes. And now, admittedly, I did follow the guy, and this is my fault because I'm the one that clicked the button and I engaged with it. Where all he does is post like really poetic vor shit posts about getting eaten by dinosaurs, and specifically Spinosaurus. But everything always gets auto-translated, or if it doesn't get auto-translated, I'll click the button, right? And instead of reading it in Japanese, which to me will always come off like really blunt and weird because it's not really my first language, it always translates into something really like poetic in English, but it's always about vor. So let me tell you, not a single one of these Japanese are okay. But it's alright, we should keep them like that. Their music is good. They control our media, I like that. I like the media they put out. That's like... Dude, if you're interested, Japanese in dinosaurs. Hey man, the interest started with just like... Their music sounds good, okay? I'm not sure if the Japanese really like it if you're gay. Well, it depends what side of like Japanese we're talking. The pop culture, more so. The pop culture is more okay with fruity stuff. The actual traditional culture of Japan, way less. Absolutely way the fuck less. They don't really like you if you're gay. If you're trans, it's a little different. They're actually more okay with trans people. Healthcare wise, I have literally no idea, but I know from like a societal standpoint, it's a little different. I remember that when I actually had to pay attention to Japanese culture when I was taking Japanese classes, which I should get my fucking paper that says I'm conversational and actually speak it more. Instead of like letting my skills degrade. Should fully become bilingual probably. But Japanese feels like a very niche language outside of my ability to understand the music and stuff that I like and read the news and the concert alerts and whatever. I don't Really see a use for it? I've never really met a Japanese person in person. I need to learn as much Portuguese in the next 3 months as I can. Are you going to Portugal? What is the use of the Portuguese? Where are you going? Where the Portuguese is needed. I am actually probably. Shit, nice. I actually know little to fuck all about Portuguese. I don't even really think I could point it out. Actually, maybe. It's been a while since I had to look at European languages and decipher them and like be like, that one's from that one. Sometimes it's more obvious than others. I'm staring at that SX so hard. Portugal. It'll be cheaper there. That's what it is. I knew it was one of those fucking abbreviations. Yeah. Like RX and TX and like all of those. I knew it was one of those. I was fucking staring at it. I could not remember. Surgery. Of course it's fucking cheaper in Portugal. I'm pretty sure any healthcare is cheaper in Europe. It would, I think, including the flight, it would be cheaper than getting any healthcare in the US. It's just been so long since I've seen Chart speak. The only reason maybe is because of time. Yeah, that'll fucking do it. It's always a crunch. Yes, significant. I hate that that's the reality. Needs to get done soon and European healthcare takes forever. That is the unfortunate reality of it. When you give more access to something, then the resource gets more limited because more people are using it, and then they never like get to replace the doctors or anything like that. Which apparently when you private pay, you can like decline a little bit, but I literally know very little about how that works outside of their socialized healthcare system. Because I know how the socialized one works, I don't know how their private system works with that. I've heard it's more instantaneous, you just have to like pay. Which, as an American, would be like, what's the difference? It's surgery and a vacation. This one easy trip. This is the... Hold on, I just had a fucking autism thought. This is the song I'm thinking of, right? Where... It's the Botania shitpost song. There's an achievement in Botania based off of this song. Oh my... It's so much fucking wet. So much wet sauce. Most of the Britannia achievements are Vocaloids references, and this song is called like 1000 Years and One Night Fairy Tale or something, and it's a Ia song, and there's a reference to it in Britannia. I remember that solely because I saw the achievement pop up in chat, and it just like clicked in my head. If you showed me the list of the achievements, I could probably point out all the songs they're referencing, which is like evil. I can't even remember the last time I've done Britannia. I'm gonna be so real with you, man. Hold on. I'm actually so curious. Never been more curious in my whole life. I'm gonna crack open that fucking Google Chrome. Minecraft Britannia achievements. After Vocaloid songs. Atomic Tinker apparently also had a bunch of Vocaloid ones. However, I can't find a list of the achievements online. Dear God, may I fucking say, would have to play that mod myself and look at the fucking achievements again. It's overshadowed by a lot. Mod power creep. It's always been powercraft, I feel like. I don't think there's a single time I've ever done Britannia, and any of the accessories or trinkets you get have been useful compared to other magic mods. Other magic mods are just stronger. Like, they're just so much stronger. The area monsters are pretty close to community, I think. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it, just because of... Sorry, I'm looking at song names. Oh my god, you know what song I haven't listened to in a while? Hold on, let me... This one. I remember... Thaumcraft, when Thaumcraft was fun, specifically the fun version of Thaumcraft, before they took it out back and shot it, and it's never to be seen ever again. The 1.12 version or something, where you had to learn Latin. I miss that. I miss learning Latin. I love the fact that I can say I know a bunch of Latin words because of a Minecraft mod. I think that's really stupid. Picantatio, my beloved. Might be 4 or 5, but the views are always in Latin. Yeah, but I'm talking about where you'd have to like connect them together, so you'd have to learn all like the symbols and the name of the symbol, because you had like Ordo, Ignis, Terra, is it Aqua? Is that... I'm leaning like that. Like it's Aqua. I can't remember what Dark was. It's not like Penumbra. I just like can hear Latin words and recognize them because of Thaumcraft, but it's been so long. I was like a wee little baby back when I fucking played that shit. What was just Latin for water? I hesitated because I believe that's what water is in other languages as well, or some version of aqua, so I thought I was like confusing Spanish with Latin, even though it all derives from Latin, and I'm also currently speaking a language that I'm pretty sure is derived from Latin to a little bit. I mix them up a lot. I don't know, like, oh my god. I don't know like any Spanish other than how to tell someone to go make you a sandwich. Or Wyvern de Fuego. Fire Wyvern. Because I played on an ARC server where everything was in Spanish. Globally. So I had to get around it by learning very small amounts of Spanish. Tenebrae. Oh, okay. I thought it was... I was leaning towards Penumbra, but Penumbra is like... the light on like the edge of darkness or something like that. So like that was the wrong word. Way off the volume was 136 ounces. That's still like a lot of water, which makes sense. I don't drink enough water is my problem. I talk too much. I don't drink enough water. I'm a fucking menace. Sometimes I get the wild hair up my ass to play Primal Carnage Extinction just one last time. The only reason I think about that is because I'm pretty sure I used to listen to like this part of the playlist during when I played it a lot. And I quick scoped raptors with the gun that kills on body shot. I love fishing. I think I would enjoy fishing in real life. Like thinking about it, like I think it would be a fun and like chill thing to do. Go sit out and fucking chill on the water and try to catch some fish. However, my one memory of it as a kid is catching a fish and my parents fighting over it, and then we had to like execute it and throw it out. So there may have been some trauma related to fish, but I think it'd be like a cool thing to do one time or two. Or oh my god, my spine. I just like cracked my spine in such an ungodly way. There's no way later in life I wouldn't need my fucking spine just fully recalibrated and like pulled out and straightened. Like, no. No, Kevin. We caught like a big carp or something, or like a bass or whatever. It's one of the like fishes, a normal fish you'd catch in like a river. Took it home. My parents fought with one another, where they were just like fighting at each other. They wouldn't talk with one another or whatever, and then they just like threw the fish out. I guess it was a fight over like actually preparing the fish we caught, like any sort of game fish, but like I don't remember. I was a little kid. I just kind of remember, like, what was the point then? Why didn't we just throw it back if there was never any intention to, like, prepare the game we were going to catch anyway? Why wouldn't you just catch and release it? Like, that fish died for functionally nothing other than my parents to fight over it. That's like my one fishing memory. Alright, snapper. I really would like one whitefish and I could just like leave this place and never come back. Ugh. I love slurping down water from supposedly BPA-free plastic bottles. Supposedly. We can never be too sure. Big government still wants to feminize me. With receipts and plastic. I do kind of just think, like, why is my throat always sore? And I think it's just because I'm talking out much. But, like, I'm talking specifically deep, and that, like, uses more of your vocal cords than if I talked really high pitched. So I just need to, like, lather it in water, which is just, I need to lube my vocal cords more. They, like, they burn and they're dry and uncomfy. Need fast, need pace. Oh my god, it's a whitefish. Oh my god, it's fucking common. It's always these fucking carp. I hate these carp, man. Speaking of hitting things with hammers, like an hour ago, I'd hit this carp with a hammer. In a perfect world, this carp would be hit with a hammer. I wonder if I just, like... I'd lower my luck enough while I get it. Oh my god, it's so easy to catch them. Oh my god, my ears fucking itch. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Am I in the water? I am. I am in. Or not. I'm in the catch the fish. Oh my god, it's wet. Fucking carp. I'm just getting cucked. What getting cucked feels like. I can't believe people like this shit. Love gambling, it's so awesome. I feel like I'd be having more fun playing roulette. Like, genuinely. I at least like spinning the roulette table. I like the little ball and the little noise it makes. A little clinky clink. Like, I could fuck with something like that. I cannot fuck with a coin flip constantly fucking me in my ass. I don't like the coin flip when it fucks me. I got the most basic bitch fucking kit on and I still can't get me my goddamn guppy. Blah. I think I'm like inherently so lucky that whites aren't even supposed to be like common trash fish for me. No matter what I do, I'm fucked. That water's actually cold, that's crazy. I normally horrid like about 10 water bottles on the side of my desk, all room temperature, and I just fucking crush them. And I would probably spike my water at caffeine if it was supposed to have a funny night full of fun. This fucking carp. Oh my god. This carp's making me racist. As far as I'm fucking concerned. This carp's pissing me off. This carp's pissing me off, and I can't start yapping about something because my brain's kind of fried. Like, I haven't seen any, like, crazy, insane stuff on social media to sit there and fucking yap about. Unless, of course, it was related to anything Destiny 2, because God forbid you ever look up anything relating to that game, and now you're cursed forever to get all the Destiny YouTubers that are, like, on the edge of fucking death. It's like they're facing their own twink death, and they can't have that, so they just shit out so much content. And because it's flagged Destiny, and I googled it 1 to 2 times, I know I'm forced to see it on my shorts feed every single time. Or like my TikTok is damn near entirely in Spanish and Russian. I don't even know how I got there. They're all like ads or weird. Like, I don't understand Spanish, and I sure as shit don't understand Russian. So, why? I only very rarely get cool stuff, or gay stuff, rather. Sometimes I get drag queens, and the drag queens are like, oh my god, I did it. I only get drag queens, and that's like a welcome difference. Did it want to work with your headset? I have weird Steam VR issues, which is unfortunate. I hypothesize that it could be due to the fact that Steam VR uses my boot drive, and VR chat is also installed on my boot drive, so I just need to switch it to my Chad drive if it's not already on my Chad drive. I, however, also kind of thought about the fact that I'm gonna be in that headset later tonight, and how much do I want that on my face? Because that's gonna hurt. Like, it's gonna hurt after a while. You want your flying fish. I don't remember where Lucy is. I think that is the dragon in the Twilight biome, though. Yeah, but I did try and like troubleshoot some stuff. I was also worried that my sound was like more fucked than average because, you know, I plugged my the wire in, and it fucked like everything. Like, even my Discord mic wasn't set to the correct thing, which was crazy that people didn't like hear themselves and stuff like that. It was all Person Evil. It's all fixed now. But Steam VR is just weird. I worry about when I stream, I would end up getting packet loss on the headset, and it's specifically in this world, it would then triple render the frame, and then it would look like shit, and I wouldn't be able to tolerate it. It's just a lot of like very niche fucking troubleshooting. But it's specifically with this world. I don't think I would have this issue with other worlds. I'd park that shit in a rock. This one's just like a big and massive. It makes you render so much shit in. So instead, I've just been sitting here talking for like 3 hours straight. God. Maybe I should have fucking made a mental note of who this person is. 'Cause now I don't think I'm ever gonna find him. You look a lot better. Like that model looks a lot better than I remember it. Okay. That little ghosty guy. I can't remember who Lucia is. And there's not very good indicators for where they are on the fucking map. God, they're not even on the wiki. It's so Jover. Oh my god, it's so Jover. This is... know what the fuck I'm looking for. I can close like all these tabs though. I still have the fucking height statistics and everything in between up. Okay. You just have to tap W. Why they put a Dodge Charger engine in my C-Whip? I don't know, but this shit's normally allowed, so I'm keeping the fucking volume low as fuck. Until I'm just sitting somewhere chilling and I can listen to like the water and the rain or whatever and just like relax. I don't want to hear this thing. In VR, it blows your fucking ears out too. And depending on who's driving, which is normally Zero, they'll make you motion sick because they'll just fucking whip this shit around. And it's not like they mean to. It's just professional driving behavior. You also have to look for gambling tokens. Oh, I guess, like, before I ever have to do this shit in VR, that, that. That bonus is only active during the daytime. I wish I knew where this NPC was, or like the quest design was better than this. I can't imagine them being anywhere but fucking sand zone, but they're not in my sand zone. Not that I see, honestly. have to go up and talk to them, but I feel like they would have the exclamation point because they normally have the exclamation point. Ah, that's the end. Duh. Shout out to that cat. It looks like Eris Morn. Scrap. The cat that looks like Eris Morn. Kind of. I don't know. I don't know where it went. It was just here. I have no idea where it fucked off to. I swear to God there was a cat here that looks like Eris Morn. I promise you there's a cat that looks like Eris Morn. I probably beached the fuck out of the boat. Yeah. It's supposed to be like night vision for them or something, but it just kind of looks like Eris Morn. Or maybe I'm thinking about the... Why can't I drive my own boat? What's the problem? Why can't I drive? There we go. There's also changed her eyes to see better. That is true. And she got bug eyes. But we love a hot bug woman. I was bog woman. I'm also not opposed to a hot bog woman. Depends what day of the week you catch me, to be honest. Or slash honey fuckers. What in God's name could someone get from r slash honey fuckers? I go me when I hate to get. That's the flying fish fuck. Albert. Deliver the letter to Rusco. I'm literally going to kill someone with a hammer. Picture of B woman with large breasts. That checks out. You know what? Why would I expect any less of Reddit, to be honest? Ooh, my spine. I say, as I just stretch and crack. Holy fuck. It's very easy to expect of Reddit. It's Reddit. I mean, you have a point, unfortunately. There is r/foreskin restoration, and I'm sure it would be one of the craziest subreddits I've ever found, by the way. I'm sitting up, I'm cracking my shit. I'm not slouching too much. I'm just fucking old. And by old, I mean I need to lift my weights more and do more calisthenics. I parked my boat where it belongs. You. God, these quests sure feel like MMO quests, I'll tell you that. Yeah. You. You know what all that was for? A skin on my fucking pet. Oh my god, but he's gay. Well, surely this was worth 3 hours of my fucking time. How delightful. It's a floating gay dragon. Yep. I'm not a gay dragon. People see me as more small canine than dragon. Honestly, the only dragon part of the human model is the fucking horse. Other than that, I'm pretty much just a fox. Just kind of floating in a pool of lava. I'm never going back down there. It's so loud. The furry is more dragon. The furry has like the whiskers to it, and you can argue some parts of it look more dragon coated. However, the twink is debatably less dragon, more fox. I don't normally think about my dragon status too often. I'm happy I got that thing. It was literally just a gay cosmetic. Oh my god, you know what I can do now? I can sell. I can give you your flying fish. How much money do you think I fucking have? Okay. That's how much I earned in 3 hours. 1.5 mil. Force scaly you dragon mode. Have a full Eastern dragon morph in me probably wouldn't be a bad idea. But Eastern dragons still like have fur. But like I in theory could take the form of anything because I'm a trickster fox and that's literally my purpose. Is to manipulate people. Whatever the fuck that currency is, a currency is coin. And I take my coin and I go over to crafting. And I click this button over and over. Because you can't bulk craft in this. So now it's crafting funny moments. And if we look really closely together, I'm gonna be here a while. I thought a human life was worth about 100k. It depends who you ask. I think car company said it's about 100k. Because certain like deformities or defects rather in car manufacturing outweigh the price of repairing them, and that's how much a human life is worth. New Vegas figure out bulk crafting in 2010. You should tell the guy who makes the fish MMO in Vera chat about that. Even worse, there's also a confirm button every single time. Car companies are beyond subhuman. I mean, I was just telling you how much it was worth to like a car company. The EPA valued human life at a few million. See, but no company would ever say that. Which, like, depends how capitalist you are. How much of a filthy fucking capitalist are you? You know what's even worse? The whole point of me doing this is to make these. This is literally fucking child labor factory funny moments where I'm just like clicking a button and doing monotonous tasks over and over and talking. If we were doing this shit in VR, man, I'd give up. I'd be like, I'll sit here and I'll auto-clicker this shit some other time. I'm so rich, though. So filthy fucking rich. You might as well consider me a car company. Add 11 more crafts. We're almost there. Refuse to believe that any government entity values human life any more than they can tax you. I can see that, yeah. This shit I don't listen to. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I've ever listened to a company's TOS. I'm always skirting the line a little bit, let's be honest. God, this is so fun. Okay, Twitch channels, you know. You gotta be careful. There's AI watching my chat and me, no matter if I like it or not. I'll read a legal document if it really pertains to me and I gotta know, because then I'll sit there and I'll read the whole thing. It doesn't matter if they're gonna sit there and be like, you should sign that. However, I'm never reading the big companies stuff. I really can't be bothered. It's always gonna fuck you over no matter what. AI. Yeah, like, Twitch has embedded AI training into whatever you do, so the way we can fight back is by teaching it on stuff that's illegal. So it spits out shit that's not good for the company. Okay. You might notice all my stuff is refined. Which can only mean one thing, and I'm gonna turn my sound down before I do it, because I have to drive. We're going gambling. I'm gonna hit the slots. Alright. Let's turn the sound back up. Alright. That rod. 26. It's literally a slot machine. I don't know what that one does. I have to look up all the enchantments. Giant shit. Wait, oh, fuck. I can read, guys. Shiny honey. It just increases your luck by 80 and makes it. Okay, I don't want that. We roll again. How do these give me the best odds and I'm still just getting slop? I literally started with this. I don't want that one. I want a red one. Holy fuck, I love gambling. Double up. That's only a 25% chance to catch 2 fish at once. Welcome in, Noxia. How you doing? I'm just fucking gambling. Gambling and yapping. My luck fucking sucks though. There's a master balance right there. Fuck. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why it doesn't play the alert. I feel like it should. I wonder if it's... Maybe I have to relog into it or something. It appears for some people and not others. It's so weird. I probably have to look into that. I'm gonna be unstable in a fucking second, dude. I sat there and crafted all of these just to get fucked. Not a tubby chaser. I might have to take big boys only. I might be in a big boys only type of fucking economy at the moment. What does this even do? It helps my catch rate and the weight. Now I just catch the fat fishes. Oh, Zara has raided. Oh, welcome in. Oh, fuck. Welcome back. Welcome back, Stuart. Welcome into Gambling Fish Funny Moments, where I just absolutely got fucked raw by gambling. Yeah. I tried to roll for a red. I'm a greedy bitch. I got big boys only. Yeah, bros. Type that in the original tab. Yeah, but now you're forced into my stream. I got fucked by gambling so hard you wouldn't believe it. And I literally sat there and I crafted everything I had in the powerful relics. Wait. Wait, but wait, or do these count as 10 each? They have to. There's no way I rolled this much already on this line. Fuck, I should have paid attention. Fuck it. If it's 10, then I get my guaranteed petty. Okay. Also, if you notice, I got the same fucking enchantment again. I hate myself. Surely this is 3 and I get my guaranteed petty. I need a relic. Did you buy? I did not buy the ones from the wizard. You're so right. I don't think I can drive. I think this is a drown yourself funny moment. Now I gotta go and drive all the way. I want to go fish the fuck out of that wizard. That wizard's getting fucked so hard you wouldn't believe it. Okay. Gotta run all the way out here. Yeah, I got this big. I don't need big boys only. I want God's greatest stat pad red enchantment because all the other ones are kind of okay. Wait, go into the twilight. Okay. Fuck. Gotta turn my ass around. You can get to him from there? Holy fuck. Shortcut? Map secret hidden map knowledge? I just gotta waddle my ass there. My thick rotund bottom. Boing. Building in the back of the area. Okay. I can follow directions. It shouldn't be too hard. You're a little freak. This is a building in the back of the area. Oh, hello. You have a quest for me. I'll take your whole fucking supply, dude. What do you want? Bazinga. Oh, this is the... That's the skull... Okay. Good news, I started the skull quest. Okay. Now I gotta drive all the way back over to the gambling and I'm gonna get my red enchantment. And my red enchantment is gonna be so cool, everyone's gonna clap and be happy for me. And it's not gonna be like increasing my luck over the 1k because I don't even if that'll do anything. I'll get like the God's greatest stat pad and it'll be so cool and based. I just gotta bounce. Already cheering for you. I'll have great RNG. Spawn my boat, turn the sound down with my Go XLR because it blows my fucking ears out. Oh, there's a Leviathan. Look at his fat chud ass. I have better things to do. Hot, sloppy gambling. My head just freaked the fuck out. I have no idea why I was just drinking water, man. Picked up the face behind you. If I was playing a horror game, might be more on it. Okay. Please God, don't make it bad. Don't make it bad. This means red, right? This means like, which means red. Messenger of the heavens. Let's consult the wiki, shall we? It's literally just 100% an attraction. That's it. All the time. Now I have a bit of an overkill. There is. I haven't seen him yet, though. It's really sad. That's... I guess. Fuck, I think it's instant though, just like in general once you hit 100% because the Krypton enchant had my shit at instant, but it was only during the day that it was instant. Get your fish fast as fuck. Yeah, I guess that. I mean, there's only like 3 like red enchants, right? And the best one would have been like strongest angler because that's just a stat pad. Because what? Yeah, this literally just makes it easier. Like overall, like this is the best stats you can run. Now my rod is cool and it's got piss color to it. And now it catches instantly no matter what, right? Yep. And it's all so easy I could do it while also alt-tabbed watching TikToks. So I've officially beaten the game, brain rot style. You ready to start drinking? I mean, fuck yeah, I could. I could end stream and raid out and get ready to get in the VR headset and everything. We could start the fucking party up. I wouldn't mind it. I would need a person to raid out too, though. I wouldn't want to start drinking live because I feel like it's all like way too much for me to manage. When I'm drunk, I get stupid, but you know that. You've seen me drunk before. I yap and I talk. Let me get it. Raid out to me. I'm streaming. I'm sure you are, Kevin. Oh yeah, go ahead. You can do that. Send me their name. I'll raid out to them. You get a special gummy. Yeah, I don't blame you. I feel like I got too much shit to manage. It's just a bunch of funny buttons in front of me. And I'd hate to be stuck in the psychosis of like, am I still live? Which... Oh, this person, Stuart. I've seen these people. These people, I say. I've seen this person. V Fauna, yeah, I was a part of their Destiny clan for like a thing or two. Let's raid out to them. Let's start the party. Let's network. This is what networking looks like.
Isn't that so?
Is Vonnie?
I love you.
Is Vonnie a woman with big jiggly tits, Kevin?
Fuck you. I've already
And-
had fucking like 5 or 6 of these things. It's been 15 minutes.
I know. Hey now.
I'm an all-star. Get your game on.
Alright.
Go play.
My ass is stripping. Get ready to fucking drink. Booba, yeah, they got... Dare I say they have nice tits in the most respectful way one can say about someone's model when like you view it for the first time. I'm gonna send everyone off to this person. I'm gonna switch to my ending and I'm gonna get ready to fucking drink and get in VR and start the fucking party.
In my